Before we start repairing, we need to check the tool's operation by using the test panel. First, we need to turn on the CB switch, the auto breaker, the voltage switch, and the ampere meter. After that, press the tool switch to test if it works. Then adjust the voltage from 0 to 250 volts. During this process, the voltage meter will go from 0 to 250 volts. When it reaches the red line, check the ampere and voltage meter to make sure the intensity is under control. As we can see on the screen, the ampere meter is pointing at 1.7 amps. For the 2 kilo rotary hammer, maximum intensity is 3.9 amperes. If the intensity here is half of the maximum, it is acceptable. After testing, turn off all the switches. Now we move to the second part, replacing the carbon brushes. To do that, we will take the auxiliary handle out first. Remember to put all of the extracted parts in order to keep track of them. Use a torque screwdriver T20 to take out the 3 screws at the back of the carbon brush cap. While twisting these screws, keep the screwdriver straight. In other words, maintain 90 degrees between the screwdriver and the tool. Put the 3 screws into the cap, then lay it next to the auxiliary handle. Next, we will use a needle nose screwdriver to remove the power supply cord, which links with the switch. Now the switch has already been split. Use a small flathead screwdriver to twist the spiral spring. After twisting both sides, use 2 fingers to shake and pull the brush holder out step by step. This is the brush holder. In this holder, there are 2 carbon brushes and 2 spiral springs. Check the elasticity of the spiral springs to make sure they are in good condition. If not, they need to be replaced immediately. If they are in good condition, take them out. Remember to keep your thumb over the spring to keep it from springing out. This is the spiral spring that I have taken from one side. We will do the same for the other side. Now, it's time to replace the carbon brushes. Use a needle nose plier to take the brush out of the holder. Use your thumb to do this softly. This is the carbon brush. One more important thing. If the spring's color changes or its length has been shortened, we need to replace both sides of the spring to make sure it will work properly again. If we have replaced the spiral springs, we will follow these steps. Most importantly, it has to ignite at the communicator. This is the connection point between the brush holder and the spring. Remember to replace the spring within the semicircle to keep it from moving. After replacing, we will rotate it 180 degrees and put the spring back into the brush holder. Last, we will put the new carbon in. In order to do that, we have to put the old spring aside and place the new one. Remember to place the carbon brush connector, the female connector, in the right position with the brush holder, the male connector. Above are all the steps for replacing the carbon brushes and spiral spring. You can review the whole process summary on the right of the screen.